This is a momentous occasion. I don't even know. Yeah, like this is a moment in history. A true moment in history.
Why do you say it's a moment in history?
Because it's the most random thing of all time. Like it's random, and also we don't agree on anything.
Okay. Do you want to give a little intro about who you are?
So, if you're watching this on the internet, you know, and you know who I am, I'm TPJ. That's what I go by on the internet. And yeah, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Real TPJ. Don't follow me on Twitter. Yeah, you're not gonna enjoy it, so don't follow me on Twitter. But you can follow me on Instagram. That's always a wild time. Yeah, filmmaker, podcast extraordinaire. Go check out Hoops N Brews as well, hoopsandbrews.com, Dash Radio on Tuesdays. Erica.
And I'm Erica Putzi. As not many people know me by, it's just me. I'm just a regular human.
I love how you just go by your real name. We're just
me. But I am currently a modeling agent, which is crazy. But I also used to enjoy video making and other creative endeavors. But right now I work as an agent.
I mean, technically we're video making and exploring creative endeavors right now.
And this is my cat Nigel, who will probably come to the scene from time to time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can see him in shot, but this is Nigel. He's
do that thing where you stretch him out.
I mean, no.
Come on, do that thing.
It's too soon. For now, he'll just kind of chill like this.
And she's got this thing where she stretches him out like he's like a
accordion,
like a slab of ribs. Like she just like holding him up
for another day.
Yeah, he's a cute cat.
He's super cute. Really
so
nice.
I guess we should talk about how this podcast came to be.
Okay.
I put on the internet that I didn't have a home cooked meal in months.
An Instagram story.
So that's why you should follow me on Instagram, because you can see things like that. And then Erica responded, the last person on earth I would have expected.
Which is very rude, because he's making me seem like I'm a heartless person who wouldn't have someone over for a home-cooked meal, when that's completely within my character.
It's not ruthless. It's just like, it was just very unexpected. I don't know why you always got to take that as an insult. Like, it's not an insult.
Last person on earth?
You're the last person on earth.
Who else would invite you over?
I don't know, but I wasn't expecting you to be like, hey, you want to come have dinner? Like, I'll invite Danny over and we can have a dinner party.
Like I'm a creep. Like, hey, you want to come over for dinner? No, I was like, hey, come on over. I'll make you dinner, and I will invite other people. So I'm not just like bringing you into my apartment alone. So I made a group dinner.
See, but do you see it? But like why? But like why? We're alone right now.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with you making me dinner? Like, friends can't have dinner?
I mean,
see, this is something that we need to.
Not usually.
This is something we need to explore properly.
I mean, usually if it's two heterosexual people, a male and a female, it's unusual to have someone over for dinner unless it's in a romantic setting.
But why?
Because that's just the way it is.
I guess. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so this is
but still, it was the last thing on earth I expected to happen. So we had the dinner party, and during the dinner party, I think we were talking about relationships or whatever, and I was like, yo, Erica, we should do a podcast where we talk about relationships. And to my surprise, she was like, okay. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And she was like, okay. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. Let's do it. Actually make it happen. And I told her I was free on Saturday. So this is Saturday. And she was free as well. Going to go to a birthday party with her slamming new haircut.
I just got this morning.
Yeah, so that's the genesis of this entire thing.
Yeah.
She also got this amazing cup of coffee. Shout out to you.
It's the best coffee in Los Angeles.
Shout out to her. So yeah, shout out to Erica. So tell me about, come on.
About what?
Let's talk.
Okay. Well,
how have you been lately?
I've been doing well, although I did get the haircut from hell this morning. I came in, showed her a picture of Dua Lipa about a year ago. She had hair to here.
I still don't know who Dua Lipa is.
Dua Lipa is
I should get my iPad.
Very popular singer. She has a lot of hits.
I'm gonna get my iPad.
I got moves, I count them. You know that song?
No.
One, don't pick up the phone. He knows. Okay.
No.
She has a lot of hits right now.
This is also the other thing. We don't listen to the same types of music.
I'm not saying that I'm like a huge Dua Lipa fan, but I do like her style.
Now I brought out the iPad. Let's hope it's not dead.
Everyone knows who she is. So anyway, and then instead of giving me a Dua Lipa, they gave me a Hillary Clinton combined with a mother with a minivan and 3 children. So that's
Dua
where I'm at.
Lipa.
You would know.
I mean, okay. Well, I'll put it this way. What are you talking about? When she was a blonde?
No. The blonde is.
Oh,
recent.
this one?
No. I'm thinking like a year ago when it was like longer. The lady even pointed to like a.
Do you have the picture on your phone? Can I please see it?
I'll show it to you later.
Like this?
I had to yeah, like around that time. Around that time.
So how did it get to be that short?
She pointed to a spot on my collarbone. I was like, here? And she like hardly speaks English too. I've been going to the same salon in Koreatown for years. I brought Monica, my stylist, a cup of that coffee as well. And
you got a stylist?
Yes. The same lady has been cutting my hair for years. She's wonderful.
Yo, Erica has got a stylist. I remember
a hairstylist.
I thought you meant like a stylist.
No, I don't have a
see,
stylist.
I'm a man. I didn't know you were talking about.
I was talking about a hair salon.
How am I supposed to know that?
So she like pointed to a spot on my collarbone. Collarbone. You see the difference here between here and my collarbone?
Yeah.
And she was like, here, and I was like, yeah, great. And then she just.
Did you have your head turned? Because like the way your head is turned right now.
No, like it was supposed to be. How short is it? It's supposed to be here.
So she cut your hair 4 inches shorter than what it was supposed to be?
No, maybe like 2 inches shorter than it's supposed to be. It was a bummer. So I don't know what happened.
So now, according to her, she looks like a mom.
I do look like a mom.
I'm gonna put a card on this video on YouTube. YouTube, tell us if her haircut is bad, and I'm gonna put in the thing: is Erica's haircut bad? Yes or no?
Everyone will say yes.
No, they won't. It's not. It looks fine. Like you got to stop tripping out.
Yeah, it's not cute. I'm gonna go get hair extensions after this.
This is ridiculous. It's preposterous. Like
just add the length that was supposed to be there. Clip-ins. I'll just take them out. It's
preposterous.
After my dates,
it's absolutely preposterous.
Take them out and just throw the hair around.
That's preposterous. You're ridiculous.
That's not that ridiculous.
It's not that serious.
Clip-ins, easy, done and done. All right, so what do you want to talk about on this podcast, Thomas?
Well, first off, I feel like so that people can kind of get a true understanding of who we are, we should just kind of talk about a little, what kind of things do you like? What kind of things do you enjoy? Like if you had to describe, okay, let's do this. If you had to describe yourself in 3 sentences.
3 sentences?
Yeah, give me 3 sentences.
Well, how about you start? I need time to prepare.
I like to work. Okay.
I mean, that was like a verb. Like, I like to do this instead of like adjectives.
Come on, Erica. Like, why do you got to make this so complicated?
Okay, well, I'm not
going to tell you to name 3 words because then that'd be lame. Like, name 3 words and describe yourself. I'm funny, charismatic, and homie. Like, no, that's weak.
Okay, so well, I think that I am a creative, free-spirited soul who used to be like very wholesome, and I think I'm really coming into my own right now.
Okay, that was 3 sentences. That was 3 sentences.
No, that
was 3 sentences. Though.
I think I'm very bold.
That's more than 3 sentences. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well.
Okay, fine. So 3 full sentences. Okay, I enjoy working in filmmaking. I also really enjoy watching and debating sports.
Okay.
And people consider me to be a loudmouth. So I'm sure you guys are gonna be like, makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. So those are my 3 sentences.
Okay.
So I feel like that's pretty much it. So on this show, for the first one, I obviously we do, but we disagree on. I wouldn't even say we disagree on monogamy. I just feel like you have your perspective on it and I have mine. So I would love to just talk about monogamy, like, because you still like, right?
I still believe in and support monogamy. especially personally, in my own relationships, I can never envision myself having an open relationship with someone. That's pretty much it. Although I know people who are in open marriages, people who I work with, and
but I don't think monogamous relationships can really survive like that anymore. Well, especially not in the place we live. We're in Los Angeles, by the way. So like we don't live in like middle America. So I just don't like. Do you think monogamy can survive in Los Angeles?
Absolutely. I think. I mean, it depends on the person. I mean, some people, like to cheat, but they like to be with multiple people, but I feel like that's mainly men.
Okay,
I feel like it's mainly men.
I feel like I was targeted right now. I feel like that energy.
We've talked about it.
I've done some things that I'm not proud of.
But you've said before how you like sleeping with new women. And that's like something that you want for the rest of your life. Like you've said, what was the line you said the other night?
I don't know. I can't remember.
You said a vulgar line, but
about men?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to say it?
Well, I don't know what kind of people are watching this.
I mean, I don't care, but if your people are gonna watch it, I don't want to be offending anybody. But I mean, I stand by that statement.
You'll
offend
people regardless. Okay.
That's terrible. But I said like to men, like there's nothing like okay, I'll put it this way. There is a phrase that men use when we're not around women, and I might be snitching and giving away some of the game, but like I've heard men say plenty of times, there's nothing like new. So like, yes, that is the vulgar line, but there's nothing, I don't know, it's just, there's nothing like the thrill of the chase, like trying to like do it again, if that makes sense. And I feel like now with monogamous relationships,
feel free to stream away.
No, it's not even that. I just didn't want to accidentally stop it from recording. But I just feel like, I don't know, everybody, it's just way too easy now to just communicate with people. And don't get me wrong, my last relationship, I was faithful. I held it down after doing some things that I shouldn't have been doing. After we like worked things out, and I was cool. I was mad cool, but I mean, still, even like you told me, you're like, when I'm with that one person, I'm like locked in on them, and I want to be with them and them only. And like, I don't even notice other people, and I'm just not like that. I don't know any real dudes. I don't know any dudes like that. But also, like, I mean, I feel like that's just like I just don't think men are built that way. Like even my ex-girlfriend, like when we were together, she was like, yeah, I don't even think about other dudes. Like thinking about the other dudes touching me like makes me like want to vomit. I'm thinking like, if another woman touched me, I wouldn't be upset. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, get your hands off me, if that makes sense. See, I can see. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if I'm in a relationship, like I'm committed to that person, obviously.
Yes.
But also, like when I fell in love with someone and things were serious, I truly didn't want to be with anyone else. Like I couldn't imagine. Like there was, like I could see like if there was a hot guy around, I'd be like, yeah, he's really good looking. But like I wouldn't want to be with him because I was like in love with someone else. So it wasn't even like a struggle to try to like I'm gonna try to fight off men and I don't, like it wasn't like I was on the prowl. It was just like I'm really happy, I'm super in love, and there's no one else I'd want to be with, and that's how it was. And I couldn't imagine like doing something with another man.
Yeah, see, and like and although like in my mind, my rational mind is like, I'll put it this way, my rational mind is always like, don't do it. But there's still that other mind is just like, yo, does it make sense? If you can't, and if you're listening to this in podcast form, I just shrugged. Yeah. Like you remember that channel, that YouTube channel, like Wiener versus Brain? Yeah. Like that's real. It's genuinely real. All the time though. Like all the time.
I think
literally Wiener versus Brain. That's what you got to like deal with on a continuous basis as a man. It's like and some men can like brains will just like take hold of it. I give them props. I'm not one of those men.
I think everyone's wired differently. I think there are some men who, you know, if they're in love, that they really don't want to be with anyone else.
Okay.
Even like sexually, I would think.
No. There is no man alive that is gonna turn down sex from the woman of his dreams just because he's like married or whatever. Unless he's like Brad Pitt.
What if he's married?
Even a guy like Brad Pitt still wilding out. Kanye West is married to Kim Kardashian and still talks about watching porn. So like, think about that. Like, it doesn't matter. She could be the most beautiful woman in the world. You heard what I said earlier. There's just nothing like that. There's just nothing like being with a new woman. I'm sorry, it is like you just look throughout history. Even the men that have dated the most beautiful women in the world, they still cheat on them. There is no type. There is no like. It's just men doing stupid men shit. Like,
well, I don't think all men are like that.
I think
maybe you're like that.
No, I'll put it this way: if you don't know who Chris Rock is, number one, where have you been? But Chris Rock has a line in his stand-up special, and he said, or in one of his, where he said this, at one point in time, regardless, stand-up special, whatever, he said it, that a man is only as faithful as his options, and I agree with that. Like, even in his new special, Tambourine, you should go watch it on Netflix. This is not plugged by Netflix in any way. But basically, he was talking about how, like, he was with his wife for, like, 15, 20 years or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, like, he was talking about, like, yeah, blah, blah, and I only cheated on my, and, like, I cheated on my wife twice or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I know all the women in here are thinking, I can't believe he cheated on his wife twice. And he's like, and I know all the men are thinking, only twice? Like, I was literally thinking, only twice? You know what I mean? So, like, I'm sorry. Like, his options are way better now. So, only twice, I was like, in my mind, I was literally like, I can't believe he only cheated twice. So, like, I would have expected way more. Because Chris Rock was hot. Like, hot. In his peak, not like good looking hot, but like hot as in like a Hollywood star.
Okay, so do you know of any men who have been in relationships for a long period of time? So let's say like married or like 5 years plus in Los Angeles, who haven't cheated on their wives or
okay, I'll put it this way. I got one buddy who hasn't been married to his girl for 5 years, and they've been married like 3 years, got a couple kids. That dude, he always told me he wanted a family though. So like now he's got his family, he's happy as hell. And his wife, I mean, like, he's got a good-looking wife, too, so I don't blame him. Like, he always wanted a family. He got his girl. Now he's got his kids. He's happy. I don't see him as being the guy to cheat. Like, even if he cheated, I would be like, bro, I can't believe you did that. Mm-hmm. Like, why did you do that? Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? But it's only, like, a few of them.
So he is one. Like, it's a needle in the haystack.
Yeah, and the haystack is, like, the size of the United States.
Okay, so basically I'm looking for a needle.
You're looking for needles in a haystack, in like a haystack the size of the United States. That's basically what looking for love, looking for a long-term monogamous relationship in America is. Do
you think that men cheat more than women?
Hell yeah. I don't think, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Some men say it's just as much, but I don't believe that.
They're fucking lying.
So we actually agree on something.
They're fucking lying. Excuse my language. I don't know what kind of podcast we want to make this, whether we want to get clean out. But any man that says that bullshit, they're fucking lying. Yeah. Men cheat way more than women. And we be proud about that shit.
Why are you proud of that?
No, I didn't say I was. I said we, as in a collective.
Okay, why do you think men are proud of that?
I don't know.
Why is that something to
because what I told you, there is nothing like I wish we could name this podcast episode that. And I know people are gonna be like, what the fuck? But like, it's the truth.
The title would be Men Are Scum.
I mean, we can name it Men Are Scum. I don't care.
Yeah. I think that's pretty clear from everything you're saying.
No, but I'm not saying that we're scum. We're not all scum. I just think we all
There's only like a few needles in the haystack that aren't scum.
It's not that.
The rest are scum.
I'll put it this way: not every marriage breaks up because the man cheated, right? So if that's the reason, right, then men cheating is not the sole reason why marriages don't really work that much. Actually, I'm gonna Google it right now. How long does the average marriage in America
I think it's
last?
like 3 years. I'm pretty sure it's 3 to 4 years.
Average. No, I know it's like 3 to 4 years on average.
Yeah. While we wait.
No, I mean, you can continue to talk.
I mean, I think I once dated someone who thought that women cheat just as much as men, which I thought was ridiculous. Because
like,
I know so many women who've been cheated on, and like how many of my friends have cheated on their boyfriends or husbands? Like none.
I know some women who cheated.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it never happens. It's just like much more uncommon.
Okay, it says that starter marriages, well, they call them starter marriages, tend to last between 1 and 10 years, I guess.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm looking at this one.
What website are you looking at?
I'm looking at like this like wild like divorce rate chart from like Time magazine. That's just way too much. I need like a quick summary. Okay, it says the average length of marriage that ends in divorce is 8 years. People wait an average of 3 years after divorce to remarry if they remarry at all. The average age of couples going through their first divorce is 30 years old. Their first divorce. Like, that's why I don't believe in marriage. Like, no, you're not gonna be with them forever. Like, I feel everybody wanted to abide by the Bible, but it doesn't really happen that frequently. Like, my uncle's been married like 3 times.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
Like, after the first time, why would you do that to yourself again? That's a terrible contract. On both sides. It's a terrible contract.
How do you think it's such a terrible contract?
It's a terrible contract, number one, and I'm not saying this in a sexist way at all, because I genuinely believe that I don't believe in that either party in a marriage should like be taken from each other, whether it's the man or the woman. Like when I found out Mary J. Blige's husband was getting like 15 G's a month, it's like, what? Are you kidding me? This grown ass man's getting $15,000 a month of this woman's money. Like, so I feel the same way about everybody, regardless of sex. It's just a bad contract. You basically enter into this contract that says that you're going to be together forever when there is nothing that actually supports that other than a feeling. Like, so people enter into a lifelong contract where they tie their assets together forever over a feeling. Like, it's like, whoa.
So to you, it's just about like, a bad contract is just based on the financial situation. So like, what if you sign like a prenup?
No, but not even that, right? It's not even financial, because let's just say you're in a bad marriage and you want to get out of that marriage, but because you're in a contract with that person, you got to fight to get out of this contract first. You have to hire a lawyer to get out of a contract for a feeling. Like, does that, like, okay, well, do you get what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous to me.
What if you got married with a wedding and you committed to each other, but you don't sign like a marriage license? No. And so you're just like, you're married, like on like a verbal contract, like, hey, like, we're married, we're committing to each other, but we're not going to sign all this stuff.
I actually think that's against the law. Like I actually think the law is like, if you tell people you're married, you can sue. Like if you tell people you're married.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, like someone. You can have
a wedding, commit to each other, commit in front of your friends and your family, not sign a marriage license, so that, heaven forbid, you want to break up, you don't have to go through the whole legal process.
I'm gonna Google this right now. If I don't sign a marriage license, do I have to get divorced? Let's see, because I'm just saying it might.
So if you're so opposed,
legal requirements for. Hold on, wait a minute. Is a marriage legal without a marriage license? A marriage license is a document issued either by a church or state authority authorizing a couple to marry. In some jurisdictions, a pardon can be obtained for marrying without a license, and in some jurisdictions, common law marriage and marriage cohabitation and representation are also recognized. So like that. So if I live with you and I'm telling people like, yo, this is my wife and all this, they don't care about that ring, they don't care about that marriage. You can still get taken to court and you can still be tethered to them, and it will still. And it will still, whether you are a rich woman or a rich man, that man can still take some of your assets.
You're not being logical. What I'm saying is, you can have a wedding. You can say to your friends and family that you're married, that this is my husband, this is my wife, And you don't have to have a contract. So then you don't have to go through the legal stuff. Like, yes, you probably can't have, like, you know, tax breaks. You can't file as being married if you want to, like, evade the law and avoid signing contracts. And then you can just say that they're your husband and wife.
It's not about evading the law. It's just a bad contract. Like, why do we need to be in this contract?
Okay,
this is my question. If we're going to be together,
it's like, you can take a wife though and just be like, you're my wife.
I ask every woman this question, and I feel like I never really get a clear answer. Right? If we're going to be together forever, why do we need to get married?
Because I think it's a public declaration of your commitment to one another.
You can do that on Instagram nowadays. You can just be, yo, this is my baby. I love her. We're going to be together forever. That's a public declaration.
There's a big difference.
And it'll get a couple hundred likes.
Calling someone your baby and calling them your wife. That's like a deeper level of commitment.
Okay.
Like, this is my boo, this is my bae. What does that even mean? Like, okay, you really like this person? You guys are sleeping together? You like each other? Versus calling someone your wife, it's a greater level of commitment.
That's the same thing as being married, though.
No, it's not.
You're sleeping with each other. You like each other. Look, what's the difference?
The difference is you've entered into, like, a deeper commitment.
Hell, yeah.
And it tells everyone around you that, like, I've committed to this person for life.
I can say those words and put that on Instagram and still accomplish that same mission.
Calling someone your baby is
okay, fine. I could be like, yo, I love this girl. This is my wife. Like, I love her.
Yeah, so you just said wife.
No. Yeah, but wife, this is my wife, right? Because you want me to use that word. But it's like, okay, fine. I love this person. This person is my soulmate. We're going to be together forever. That's a public declaration of love. Why do we need to get married? Everybody knows it though.
Why. I just explained why.
But why is the ceremony necessary? That's another thing.
Because it's a celebration that you've chosen to commit to that person for the rest of your life.
Well, no, commit to that person until you want to get a divorce.
See, that's where I think most people who go into marriage have the intention of spending the rest of their lives with that person.
I think before 1980, I would agree with you. Post 1980?
Why 1980?
Because that was when the information age started. Like, the real information age started. That's when we started getting computers.
You weren't even born in 1980.
It doesn't matter. You weren't born. It doesn't matter. So what? How many people you know from 1980 still married? That got married in the 80s?
My parents.
Yeah, your parents.
And all of my town.
Where are you from? I'm
from Minnesota.
And how many people live in your town?
50,000 people.
I'm from Chicago. Like, come on. Like, stop it. There's more people that live, like, in a 1 mile radius in Los Angeles than live in your entire town.
From around the country who are in their 40s, 50s still married.
Yeah, because they old. Like, they legit.
Yeah, but we're talking. You just asked me.
Okay, well, fine. Okay, fine.
I'm giving you what you asked for.
Okay, fine. You did. Is it the majority or the minority, though?
I would say the majority.
Really? Okay. Well, fine. I take that back. 90s.
Okay. Well, I don't know many people, like, that's the generational gap. It's not like I'm friends with many people who were married in the 90s. Like, I'm friends with, I know, like, my parents and my friends' parents, and I know people around our age.
Exactly.
So
this generation, that's not happening. It's not going to work. Okay. It's since like the 90s. Like, how many couples you know that just
what
like stay
percentage
married?
of your friends right now are married or have been married?
Friends or people I know?
Both.
Friends that are married. Let's see. 2. I mean, yeah. I don't. But I would say like 2. Yeah, I know, like, that are close to me too. People that I know that have been married, probably about like 100. I can probably name them all, but like the majority, I can't even remember any of them that are still together. Actually, my Uncle Freddie and his wife, they still together. They've been together for forever. But he like almost like 60, so he old anyways. Like, I don't know anybody that's...
See, I still believe
under 50 that's like still
that monogamy can work and marriage can work. However, I think couples tend to be happier when they get married a little bit later in life. I have a lot of friends who are married. I think the ones who tend to not be happy in their marriages are the ones who got married very early. And I'm not saying that that can't work, but I think that in your 20s, you have a lot of growing up to do, a lot of self-discovery. And I think that couples are often happier when they get married in their late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because they got all of their sex out of the way, and they're just like, all right, I just want somebody to love now. Like,
okay, well, I don't think it's just that.
And you're also a little bit more stable in your life.
Yeah.
Probably looking for somebody to help pay some of your bills if you're dependent on. Hey, it's the truth. It's expensive to live now.
Do with I mean, maybe for someone like you, sowing your wild oats and sleeping with a ton of women.
No, that's not.
Maybe for someone like you,
it's not about sleeping with a ton of women, though.
I think for other people, it's coming into your own. It's discovering who you are and what you like and what you're looking for, and you have a better grasp of understanding yourself, your interests. You're more established in your career. Like you know what you want at a certain point. Versus if you get married when you're 20 years old, 20, 21, 22, like you can still change so much in that time. And I think your 20s are a time when you evolve and change. And
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think a lot of couples I know who got married a little later, they're super happy. And like, I think their marriage will be really great.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I've recently have spent some time around some 30-plus-year-old women. I'm like, yo, you guys are mad cool. Like none of the drama, they just want to just hang out, and it's amazing. It's literally beautiful. So like I you know what I'm saying? Versus like girls my age, why do I have to deal with you? Like why you always got to be a problem? Like why can't we just exist?
Wait, so now you're just knocking like young women? No,
I'm not. I'm saying the women that I deal with that are my age. Is just
I'm your age.
Okay, I said the women I deal with. We don't deal with each other.
What do you mean deal?
Like
you're talking about dating.
I wouldn't even.
Hooking up. Okay,
no, it's not even hooking up. It's just it's not even about hooking up. It's just like. Yeah, dating, fine. You can say dating.
You're hooking up.
No, it's not about.
That's what you're saying.
It's not about hooking up. Why do you keep saying that? Like, I go out on dates. Do you think I don't go out on dates?
I mean, I think. When was the last time you took a woman out on a proper date, not just drinks? When?
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Probably like a year ago.
No,
probably like your last girlfriend.
No, that's not true. I just broke up with my girlfriend in May. I used to take my girlfriend out twice a week. Every week. Every day, on Friday and Saturday, we would go out every week and we would cook on Sunday. So why you hating on me? And the last time I took a woman out, I actually took a woman out for dinner, and it was in the middle of July.
Okay.
I just haven't met a woman that I like enough to want to like
spend money on.
Yeah, I'm not like, why would I waste my money? Like,
what'd you do for this day? You just took her out?
Actually, we were supposed to go and get like ramen in this place in like Santa Monica or wherever. I show up, the place says that they're closed. It was 7:00 at night. They're only open from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Like, what kind of ramen?
What place was it?
I don't know. It was it was in Westwood. Okay. I don't know what kind of, like, I don't even remember the street it's on. But it's one of those, I have been there before with a woman who will remain nameless, and I was like, you know what, I'll go back. It's cool. I'm sure it's like bars and stuff over there, and it's easy to park, and it's like halfway, whatever. Because dating women that live in the valley, if you're a man in LA, is just like, oh my God, like
it's not just for a man. Like you just don't date someone long distance in LA. Dating someone in the valley, for me right now, that's a long distance relationship.
Well, good, thank you. I'm glad I don't feel alone.
It's not just men and women. It's like it's an issue of convenience.
When I was with my ex, I used to drive 27 miles a night to go hang out with her. Like, do you guys hear it? That's look, please tell me, say it's preposterous, right? Yeah,
that's bad. I would have broken up a long time before that. But if you really love someone, then I guess you'll do it.
Yeah, but I didn't love her enough to marry her. You wanna know why? Because I don't believe in monogamy. It doesn't work.
That's not what you told me a few nights ago. You said you wanted to marry her.
I did, but I didn't marry her.
Okay, so don't lie. You just changed your mind.
No, it's not that I changed. I thought about it. I didn't but I also told you, how many times have I told you I'm never getting married?
I mean, this is just a recent thing. When I first met you, you didn't talk that way.
Yes, I did. I've always maintained I never want to get married.
You didn't?
Yes. Every woman I meet, when I'm like, what's your views on marriage and kids? And they're like, whatever. And I let you know up front so that way you can know the kind of person you're dealing with. I don't want to get married and I don't want to have kids. So,
and how many women are like, cool, yeah, that sounds great?
A fair amount of them, apparently.
And they agree. They agree.
I mean, they don't have to agree. I'm pretty sure most of them think they could change my mind, but it's not happening.
All right. Well.
But I will say this.
Single the rest of your life. Sounds like a blast. Good luck.
I mean, it might be. I mean, look at my skin. I look kind of young. I cut my hair. People think I'm 15. Yeah. So I mean, by the time I hit 40. Probably still be looking about like 30, 32, 35.
Don't flatter yourself.
Why you hating? Why you a hater? Why she's a hater? She's a hater.
All right.
She's just mad. I want to see you when you're 40.
I think I'm going to look great.
Yeah.
I've been getting better with age, like a fine wine.
I was about to make a joke, but I'm not going to make that joke.
What's the joke?
I had the same haircut.
That was mean. You shouldn't have said that. That hurt. Got me deep. I'm getting hair extensions right after this podcast.
It's fine.
Don't say that a haircut is fine. Like, no one wants to be told, like, your haircut.
Look, this is what I've been telling you since the day I first met you. It's like, you're a beautiful girl, but you just got to have more confidence and develop some swag. You develop the swag. You're a beautiful woman. You got a haircut that you don't necessarily care for, but you look fine.
Okay. I have plenty of confidence.
You're not and the craziest part is you're probably...
It's just a haircut.
It's okay.
I just need to, like, add some more to it. I'm not saying that I've lost my confidence. I'm just saying that I don't like my hair now.
Okay.
That's it.
I feel you. No, that's it. I feel you, because when I get a bad cut or my barber ruins my hairline, I'm always like, fuck. Yeah. I gotta go outside.
It's not like I'm shattered. It's just like I'm gonna go out and add some more hair to my scalp. That's all.
I feel you.
Anyway, if you're gonna be single the rest of your life, have fun.
I mean, look, I've been looking for. But apparently I just ain't met the right one yet. So it's fine. Everybody says when you meet the one, when you know. I thought I knew, right? But if I really knew, then I would have did it, right? But I didn't do it, so I didn't really know. So you should be complimenting me for not ruining a woman's life. All women out there in the world, I just want to say this. If your man breaks up with you and he didn't cheat on you and he just like, yo, we just need to break up, you should be thanking him for not ruining your life. You don't need him around anyways. You don't need a bum ass man who don't want to be with you around. You want to know why? Because you know what he gonna do? He gonna cheat on you. That's what he gonna do. So that's what you got to do and all fellas out there, before you cheat on her, just leave him. Just leave him.
Who's to say you haven't already ruined women's lives? I don't know why you're like, I didn't, at least I didn't ruin it. Maybe you did. Maybe you did, and maybe you ruined multiple women's lives. I mean, thanks for taking 30 seconds to laugh at that thoroughly.
No, because the first thought that went through my mind was not me, and then I thought about it. I was like, I can probably name 3 women that would probably say I ruined their lives. But that's... I
mean, you never entirely ruin their life. You just make it miserable for a certain amount of time.
Nah, you can ask one of my ex. You can ask my ex-girlfriend from 10 years ago.
She's still going to a therapist?
From 10 years ago?
Yeah. I mean, you just said you ruined her life.
I mean, I think she is in therapy, but this is the funniest part. I don't know how I ruined her life. Okay. I just broke up with her. Her energy was wrong.
All right, well,
and
don't flatter yourself.
Okay, I'll put it this way. No, I'll put it this way. We were 18, 19. Okay. We were dating through our first year of college, and she was in Florida. Florida. I don't even know what town, kind of Florida. Okay. Right? going to college at HBCU, historically black college. If you don't know what that means, go look it up, whatever. If you're conservative, I'm sure you're going to say something negative about it, but whatever. It's HBCU. White people go to HBCUs too, just for the record. I just want to make that known to all my white people out there that thinking that doesn't happen. It's okay. It's a historical black college university. That's like the name of it. Black people know what I'm talking about. And so like HBCUs, like they cool, like they're good schools, but they can be kind of party schools depending on what they were. So like we were together through that whole year, right? Mm-hmm. She like did some things and I was like, whatever. I was in Chicago. I did some things at that point in time. I was like 18, 19, whatever. She comes home from for summer break, and we had like got back together like a couple months before, and when I saw her energy was just like way off, and I'm like,
maybe she just doesn't like you anymore.
No, she was like, no, this is the thing. She had like, we had kind of went through a rough patch during that, of course, and people stop doing long distance relationships. That shit is terrible, but it's terrible. It's genuinely terrible. Driving 27 miles to the valley is terrible.
You didn't know any better. Well, exactly. You were older then. That was your mistake.
But she came back talking, and I was just like, your energy is off. Your vibe is wrong. And she was like head over heels in love again. I was just like, kind of like, whatever. So like one day we went to Millennium Park in Chicago. For everybody that's from Chicago, you know what Millennium Park is. It's where the Bean is. This girl, I was talking to these white girls yesterday, and they were like, oh my God, I love Chicago. I can't wait to go see the Bean. If you're from Chicago, I know you just cringe right now, because that should not be the first thing that you think about, seeing the Bean in Chicago.
What's the first thing you think about?
The Sears Tower. Like it used to be the tallest building in the world. Like nobody cares about it anymore. You know how sad that makes me? It's not even named the Sears Tower anymore. It's named the Willis Tower. And the first thing she named was that dumbass Bean. And it's really called a cloud, but it looks like a bean. Okay.
Well, what's the second thing aside from the Willis Tower?
Navy Pier. Okay. We got the John Hancock Building, the Chicago River. Like we got the Bears, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Chicago Bulls. There are a million other things that you can think about when you think about Chicago. Pizza, food, other than the goddamn bean. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And she was like, "That's the only thing I know about Chicago." And I was like, "Oh my God!" Like so. If you're from Chicago, you feel me, white or black, you're from Chicago, you just cringe. I know you did. But anyways, we were in Millennium Park, and we were like at this thing. I took her to the park. We went like a picnic date. See, I did picnic date. You think I'm a scumbag, but I'm really not a scumbag. I'm a nice guy. I just have been put in bad situations. And basically, we were there, and I just didn't like her energy. And then like that day, she didn't put on deodorant, so I like bought her some deodorant or whatever. And then like we were going home, and she just looked at me on the train. She was like, "You don't like me anymore." And I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, I really don't. And then she was like, and I'm like, yo, it's like, relax, chill out. And she just started like wigging out on me on like the train or whatever.
What do you mean wigging? What did you say to provoke her?
I was just like, yo, you.
There's always two sides to the story.
No, literally.
Girls just don't wig out for no reason. No, everyone says girls are crazy. Any guy who says a girl is crazy is an absolute dick.
I didn't say
you know that for a fact. Any guy who says a girl is crazy is an asshole.
No, he's not.
That's the rule of thumb.
No, some women are crazy.
I don't trust men who say that their ex-girlfriend was crazy. That's never the case. It's always provoked. They either cheated, they did something. Girls just don't go crazy.
No, look,
why was she wigging out? What did you say? What did you do?
We were on the train, and she was like, "You don't love me anymore. You don't want to be me anymore. I can see it in your eyes." And I was like, yo, you need to calm. And by the way, never tell a black woman to calm down. Actually, never tell any woman to calm down.
Never tell anyone to calm down.
No, never tell anyone. But actually, I disagree. Though you tell a man to calm down, they'll be like, all right, I might be wild. You tell a woman to calm down, it's like, yo, you're being very disrespectful to me right now. And you're like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Just relax. Like, so I was like, I'm like, calm down, relax.
No, that pisses me off. I'm not even mad, but you telling me just hearing that right now pisses me off.
But calm down, like calm down.
I feel angry.
No, but calm down. It's not that serious. I'm like, calm down, just relax. Okay. It's not that serious.
So
we're
first
fine.
mistake, you told her to calm down.
We're just going through a rough patch. Like, it will be okay. It will be fine. And then she's like, don't tell me to calm down also. I'm like, yo, we are on the train right now. You are embarrassing me. And then she just took it to another level. So we get off the train, we get in her car, she's driving me home, and she's like, I think she might have been crying or whatever, and I'm just like, yo, stop it. Like, stop. Like, you're being ridiculous right now. Like, you're being absolutely ridiculous. I haven't even done anything wrong.
Another mistake. You don't tell someone who's crying, like, stop it.
No, but this is the thing.
You don't do that.
No, but this is the thing. She's crying because she's telling me that I'm not in love with her, and I'm like, yo, like, do you think this is gonna help? Like, you get what I mean? Like, do you think this is gonna help? Okay. This is not gonna be the thing that's gonna get us into a long-term monogamous relationship. This is not gonna help. So calm down.
So you weren't faithful before. No, I thought you guys were in long distance.
We were, but she came back for the summer. We were like trying to work things out.
Did you cheat on her while she was away?
She cheated on me. Yeah, she cheated on me.
No, I don't believe that.
I found her on Facebook, like, messaging like some dude or whatever, and I was like, yo, you wild.
That doesn't mean that.
Nah, he was messaging her about some.
What? Like what specifically?
Like about them like having met up and like went to like lunch or whatever, and them like kissing. And if I'm sure if they kissed.
Yeah, right. They did not.
I'm serious.
You're making this up.
I'm not making it up.
He'd be like, "Oh, thanks for lunch and the kiss."
It was kind of okay.
I bet they just literally. I know.
I'll put it this way. No, but this is also the other thing. She told me that this dude liked her, right? And I was like, all right.
Doesn't mean that she cheated.
No, wait a minute. She told me that this dude liked her, and then like back then when everybody's on Facebook, which people still on Facebook now, but you're lame if you are. But she was like, I mean, it's the truth. Like, everybody just complains on Facebook. But I guess that's what Twitter's turned into now, which kind of makes me sad. But basically, some dude was like commenting on her stuff, and I'm like, this looks a little weird. And my 19-year-old me was like, yo, who is this dude? She's like, oh, he just likes me or whatever. Ooh, like, I don't know him like that, all the stuff like this. And then basically, like, through some comments and some stuff, and also like me doing a little investigating, I did. She confirmed it. She was like, yeah, I did this. And also this other dude that she always told me that she didn't like, she told me that she kissed him on New Year's Eve. And I was like, when she was mad at me, and I was like, how you gonna do that? Like, my mom was like this super strict. Like, she's a teacher. Wouldn't let me like go out on New Year's Eve. Like, yeah, people drunk driving. I'm like, stop, mom, stop it. Literally, stop it, mom. Like, I understand those kids are like, but mom, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm like 18, 19. She's like, don't go outside. You know, people shoot. If you come back home, you know the kind of neighborhood, whatever. And I was like, okay. And basically, like, that night, she kissed this dude that she had always told me that she didn't like, who was like her close friend. And I was like, I knew you liked him. I knew you did. So we kind of did some dirty stuff to each other, but it was all out in the open.
You slept with other women.
No, I didn't.
So she kissed again. You slept with other women.
No, it's not even that.
She got lunch with someone.
I saw the Facebook messages. Okay, I probably hacked her Facebook.
For lunch.
I probably hacked her Facebook at that time. Back then, actually, you know how like you would get the email notifications for Facebook.
Yeah.
Her Yahoo email was still signed in on my computer. So I'm like looking at these messages, like I go to the mail and then I see all these messages from this dude, and I'm like, what the fuck? So then I just like start like, I'm reading them. I'm like, you liar. But so she lied to me.
You already cheated first.
No, actually she cheated first because she kissed that dude on New Year's Eve. I think I cheated on her after that, but I didn't know she cheated on me at that point in time. It was like this girl that I was dating in Chicago that was like mad, like weird, and she was like bipolar and stuff. And so she was like always
but you slept with her.
I didn't sleep with her. Things happened, but I didn't sleep with her.
Whatever.
So anyway,
sounds like a horrible relationship. So everything sounds awful.
Exactly. All so right. I don't understand.
Gosh, it sounds like the worst relationship ever. Gosh.
We were kids. Like we were kids. So basically, long story, like wrap it all up. I'm in the car. I'm like, stop crying. Like, relax. Like, we're gonna be fine. I haven't seen you in months. Like, I have to get used to being around you again. You've been gone to Florida. Came back for spring break. I saw you for like 3 days. At that point in time, we weren't together, whatever. And I was like, so like relax, like just give me some time, and when I'll like warm back up to you. Like, you've been gone for a long time. Mm-hmm. And so then she just like starts screaming and cursing at me. I'm like, yo, if you do not chill out, I am literally gonna break up with you, and we are gonna be done. And she was like, you're not gonna blah blah blah. Ooh. whoop, screaming at me. So then we pull up to my mom's house, and she's like, and I'm like, "Are you all right?" And then she just like hit the roof and was like, "Get out of my car!" And like I had my seatbelt on, and she like literally shoved me out of her car, and I was like, "Whatever, I'm not." And I was like, "When I get out of this car, you and I are not together anymore." And she literally physically shoved me out of the car. I didn't react. I was like trying to take my seatbelt off, and she's like pushing me out of the car, and I get out of the car. And then the next day I wake up and she texts me like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, I broke up with you yesterday. And what do you mean, hey, what's up?" She's like, "What do you mean you broke up with me yesterday?" I was like, "Do you think I was joking when you shoved me out of your vehicle in the middle of the street that I was done talking? Like, it's over. It's a wrap." And then after that, she went crazy. I like brought her some clothes for her birthday. She came back, threw the clothes on my lawn. She threw like actually she told me she cut up and burned the clothes that I bought her. And then the deodorant that I bought her that day at the park, she threw it on my mom's lawn. And one day she texted me like, "That's why that stupid ass deodorant you bought me is on your mom's lawn." And I was like, whatever. One day I'm walking home from college and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna look. And I look and I see it and I pick it up, and then like my mom comes to the front door to like open it for me. She's like, "What is that?" And I just started laughing and just like took it in the house and threw it away. And so but to this day, she had a blog and all this stuff, would kind of talk about me, like not necessarily explicitly say my name, but she still would make references. And honestly, she even tried to like rekindle the connection. I'm just like, no, like we're literally like, let's just be cordial.
I would love to read that blog. I would love to see the other side of the story, because I think there was something you must have said or done that really pissed her off. We don't just shove people out of cars for no reason. Like, that was not...
Why?
That was provoked for sure.
So you're telling me crazy women don't exist?
No,
just like crazy men exist. Crazy people exist.
Crazy people exist for sure.
And I don't mean mentally health crazy. I mean like you can't trust that motherfucker stab you kind of crazy. Like
of course they exist.
That's what I mean.
Of course they exist. However, what you're describing, it doesn't sound like that. Doesn't just happen.
It did.
Doesn't just happen.
I don't think you understand. Like we were 18.
No,
we were 19 years old.
How many other crazy girlfriends did you have?
Actually, let me see. She was the only one, really. No, she was the only one. She was legit the only one. She's the only crazy girlfriend I've ever had.
I don't know if I...
To the tune of she still keeps trying to get back with me. But that's how you know.
Right.
But that's how you know I'm amazing, though.
She did not.
I can show you. I can show you text messages.
Please do. I'm ready.
I can show you text messages right now of me just being like, "Yo."
You probably have been like sliding into her DMs, like stuff.
No, I haven't.
You've been like initiating.
No, literally, like I knew that she was going through something, so I was just like,
of course, you reached out.
No. When she was going through some things, I was like, "Yo, I hope you're all right. Like, I don't, regardless of what happened in the past, I hope you're okay. Like, the world is a better place with you in it. Like, I'm never one of the type of people where I'm like, fuck you, like I hope you die. I'm not one of those type of people. I mean, I might feel that way sometimes in my brain, but I would never say that to anybody, especially somebody I dated. But literally, this says
you're censoring this right now. Can I actually see it?
Yeah, fine. Go ahead. I don't care. Whatever. Okay. She can get mad at me. Normally I don't do that, but she called me a liar, so I got to prove my point. That's me being like, no, exactly. I was very polite. I was very matter of fact too, and very polite.
I don't see how she's coming on to you at all.
Cause wait a minute. Okay, because she FaceTimed me. I haven't. She's not. I haven't talked to her in years, and she FaceTimed me out of the blue, and she was like, "I'll call you later," and I'm like, "No, don't call me. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, I just want to keep it cordial."
Can I read this? Do you mind?
This is a fictitious text message. Okay. This is not a real text message.
She says. Okay, let me just check the time too. Okay, fine. She says, "The other night I FaceTimed you because I thought it would be nice to catch up on the phone with you. Maybe my jokes made it awkward, but my intention was pure, and I wanted you to know the truth." With the truth? Well, the truth about what?
Because she FaceTimed me, and I had told her days before, like, "Yo, I just want to keep it cordial." Like, you could read that. I literally told her, "I just want to keep it cordial." And she couldn't understand that I just wanted to keep it cordial. Cordial meaning I just want to say, hey, how you doing? I hope you're good. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I mean, don't read all of them, but I'm just saying, I literally, how many times did I use the word cordial? I used it like 4 times in those text messages. If, like I told you, ladies, you should be happy that a man is not trying to ruin your life. And I'm just not trying to ruin her life. I could talk to her and be like, oh, float it away. Ooh. Actually, you know what? Okay. I did say that, but I was joking. I did say that, but I
think I scrolled up a little too far.
It's fine.
I haven't seen any photos or anything.
No, it's no.
Are there?
No. Why would there be photos? I know. Like, I was joking when I said that. She lives on the East Coast. Like, that was a joke. It wasn't me being.
Okay. All right. I've gone too far. But all I want to say is, like, this girl's not crazy because you were saying dirty things to her. Dirty things, so now we've uncovered the truth. Thomas is a dirty dog, and the girl's not crazy. This is the moral of the story in all relationships.
No, wait a minute.
Straight relationships.
I said she was crazy in the past. I didn't say she was crazy now. I just said I don't want to do.
Came on to her sexually, and then when she actually like does things that are, you know, like saying, "Do you want to?" She didn't even ask to rekindle things. She just FaceTimed you.
No, wait a minute. When
you act like she's crazy. Like, wait
a second. When she FaceTimed me, she reminded me of the thing that I said to her. Like, she was like, yo, like, I'm down. And I was like, nah, I was just joking. Like,
you were not just
I was joking. Just joking.
You don't joke about the things that you said.
I was joking. Like, I didn't. I'll put it this way.
You're acting like she's crazy and like she came on.
I'll put it this way. A link up was discussed if she visited Los Angeles.
This is why I don't trust.
No, but wait a minute.
You lied.
No, I didn't lie.
That she came on to you. You came on to her.
What do you mean? No, look. She called me, made a reference to that, and what she said in these text messages is not what she said on the phone. What she said on the phone, literally, what she said on the phone was more of like, yo, like, I want us to start like talking again, like
all it took was just me like scrolling up a little bit, and I was like, oh yeah, this is just what I expected. It's exactly what I know. Thomas and all other men.
No, she
came on to me. Bullshit. She did not come on to you. Okay, next subject. The fact that
Erica curses now is hilarious. But point is, I'm not saying she's crazy now. She's not crazy now. I just want to keep it cordial. You feel me? I just want to keep it cordial.
You just want to have casual sex with her.
No, I don't want to have sex with her. No, honestly, I want to say this for the record. I do not want to have sex with her. I literally was joking.
No, you don't joke about the things that you said.
Yes, I can. Like, I'll put it this way. If I've had sex with you before and if I make a sexual joke, like, I'm sorry. Like, I've had sex with you before. Like, I don't know what, like, does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense because I read the text messages. And you know what? There's no point in reading them to the audience, but I'll just say, like, trust me in my word, and don't believe a word he says, because
I don't want to have sex with her.
Okay, whatever.
I don't want to converse with her.
What's next? Whatever.
All right. Okay.
We should probably wrap things up soon.
Yes. Let's definitely wrap it up. I know. I'm sorry if we got on this, but
okay. So the moral of the story the moral of the story is men, for the most part, except for a few needles in the haystack.
No, it's fine. We can name it. Can we name it?
Polyamorous dogs, and women are not crazy, and we're just loyal people, just looking for a connection in this crazy dark world.
Can we name this? Men are scum and women are crazy.
No, women are not crazy.
Yes,
men are scum and women are not crazy.
No, she was crazy back then. She's not. You haven't heard me call any other woman, but that specific woman crazy because she was crazy. Like, she shoved me out of her vehicle.
With good reason. I would love to read her blog. I think the title of this should be, I would love to read her blog.
So telling me that she cut up and burned the clothes that I bought her for her birthday, that's not crazy? Throwing a stick of deodorant that I purchased for her on my mother's lawn is not crazy?
I don't know what you did, but there must have been something that would warrant that.
How does that make sense? How does that make sense?
You did something for sure.
How does that make sense?
You probably were like, she was probably like, okay, fine, I got lunch with him, and you were like, fine, I slept with 3 other women, and that's probably what happened.
No, that's not what happened.
She was like, I went and got Jimmy John's with another man. I'm sorry, he was on my lunch break at work, and he was a coworker. And you were like, yeah, I slept with three girls. And then she was like, get out. And then she like chopped up the clothes burner and like threw the stick.
No, we didn't even.
That's what I envisioned.
No. When we got back together, we both acknowledged the fact that we had cheated on each other. So we were on level playing ground. Us breaking up for the final time had nothing to do with anybody cheating on each other. We were on level playing ground. We knew what the facts of the situation were. The reason why we broke up was because she literally told me that she could look in my eyes and see that I wasn't in love with her anymore. And I didn't deny it. I was just like, relax, like calm down, you tripping. And then like, exactly.
Send me her blog. Please link her blog down below.
I will. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. That would be terrible. I already spilled way too much tea, but this is why this is gonna be a hilarious podcast and show. Yeah, but can we name this Men Are Scum and Women Are Crazy?
No, I absolutely disagree with that.
I feel like that
because women. Okay,
well then men are scum.
Women are not crazy.
Well then men are not scum. Then you got to take that back then.
Okay, we'll figure out a title.
No, I want you to take it back right now. Say that we're not all scum. You said men are scum.
Except for the needles in the haystack.
No, not except.
Most men are scum.
No.
Women are not crazy.
No, we got to agree up on this before we finish this.
Okay, well, I'm not agreeing to that.
Okay, well then what do you want to, what will we name this in? I always say my podcast and name my podcast on the podcast so that way people can hear how we got the name of the podcast.
Something about monogamy.
Why?
Because that's what you wanted the subject of the conversation.
Yeah, but that's kind of what it was. It was about monogamy and how men are scum and some women are crazy. What if we named it Some Men Are Scum and Some Women Are Crazy?
Fine, I can agree to that. But some being like a very small percentage, like 2%.
Like
and then
30. And
then the men who are scum, like 98%.
Okay, all right. What are we going to call this show?
I don't know.
For real, what are we going to call this show? I kind of feel like we need to at least announce.
Like come up with it on the spot.
It's not. Why not?
Something
Let's just
about
name
contrasting opinions or something about how agree to disagree. How about that?
I agree to disagree, but I agree with you on that.
You like it?
Yeah, I agree to disagree,
Great.
But not on that.
Is that already taken? Is that too common?
I don't know. Probably not. I'm sure it won't.
I feel like
honestly,
it's taken.
No, it's not. If it is, we'll just put with TPJ and Erica, and then it's not taken.
Great.
Boom. But I agree. It's fine. But we can agree. I agree to disagree on that men are scum thing. We are not scum. It's just sometimes when we don't want to hold on, just let us let go.
Okay. Bye. Agree to disagree.
Swag.